So I wanted to create a frame around the mirror, and when I did that, I needed to raise the mirror off of the vanity by a couple of inches. So I created this frame out of trim, and then I added a little piece here to give it something for the mirror to actually set on, like a cleat. And this is actually 3/4 of an inch thick. So I had to raise the actual mirror up off the vanity some, but then by doing that, I'm also having to increase the height of the mirror completely because I have the frame there. And where I'm running into problem is you can see the outline of where the top of the mirror lands, and it's just now hitting where the existing light fixture is. And then when I add the framing to it, you have to add another 3/4 of an inch there. So I'm definitely going to be in the way of the existing electrical box. So I had two options to choose from. One was to either I have to cut the mirror down to resize it so that it fits the existing wall, or I have to move the boxes themselves, move them up higher so that it will actually fit the existing mirror and not be in the way of the framing. So neither option is really great. I think the better route for me to do is just to go ahead and move these electrical boxes up a little bit higher. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do right now. I was able to use a couple of 2x4s and some 1x to raise the junction boxes up, clear the frame for the mirror. I was able to find what I needed. I just secured those with nails to put a patch panel back into place and do the spackling needed to get it ready for wall paint. So now that I'm done with the movement of those electrical boxes, I can get back to actually trimming out the rest of the bathroom. I'm using an 18 gauge 2-inch nail with my brad nailer to secure the baseboards to the walls. So I'm reinstalling the original baseboard because they weren't damaged and I could reuse them, and they were the appropriate length. So just reusing what I can, where I can, and where I needed to put new, I replaced it with new baseboard. The nice thing about having the beadboard all the way down to the floor and putting the baseboard on top is that I don't need a shoe molding any longer. It just makes for a cleaner finish, I think, to not have the shoe moldings there any longer. And I had to go ahead and cut a piece, an outer corner for the beadboard molding, so that it's just a molding that goes on the outer corners of the walls for a 90-degree. Once I got all the trim done, I went through and caulked all the seams and edges with a good high quality, and so I go and fill in all the nooks and crannies that and gaps that might be showing from just maybe some imperfections that might from cutting. So I go through that and then run my finger alongside it to get any excess. And now I'm getting ready to paint, so I'm doing the ceiling first, and then I work towards the walls. And now I'm going and doing the gray that I'm working my way around the room to get this pink off the wall. So hopefully this makes a significant change in the bathroom. And as you can see here, now that I've got everything painted, a big difference that color change makes in the look of the bathroom itself. We're going to go ahead and install the mirror now and set it on the cleat that I had created. And that is actually secured with some 3-inch screws as well into the studs, so it's carrying all the weight of the mirror. And then I can go ahead, once I have that up, I can go ahead and attach the sides. I didn't know exactly where I needed to add screws, so I wanted it in place, and then I'm running a pilot hole so that I can put in some wall anchors, because there are no studs at the locations from where the side trim boards are. So now that I know where that location is, I can put those anchors in place, being careful not to hit the mirror, and then secure it with some screws. On the top side, I did not use anchors and screws because I know that I have access to the studs, and I'm simply using the brad nailer. I mean, it certainly is holding a little bit, but it's not necessarily to screw it in. There's definitely 3 sides of the frame that's holding the mirror in place, and this is just
securing the wood to the wall. After I recess the screws, I'll go through and take some spackling and cover up any holes from the recessed nails that are on the framing and around the baseboards to clean that up and make that look nice. So I think it's going to do it for this video. I will certainly update you when I get ready to install the lighting fixtures and finish up the electrical, and then also begin to install the plumbing fixtures. If you like this video and you want to see how this bathroom turns out, please subscribe to my channel, and you'll be notified when new videos come out. Thanks, everybody.